Alex, this is your last rose tonight. It's the final rose tonight. This is the final rose tonight. Final rose tonight. When you're ready. Ladies, Charlie, Jillian,
Okay,
Ashley.
those words have become synonymous with Chris Harrison. But he's now leaving the Bachelor franchise after nearly 20 years. There was a lot of controversy, some scandal. We're going to break it all down. I am pleased to welcome to News Nation Prime, Elizabeth Wagmeister, Variety senior correspondent. First, I got to say, hi, girl. How are you? It's been a minute.
It is so good to see you. Congratulations on this new fabulous show. I am loving watching you and so excited to join you once again.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I get to work with her on the red carpet, and now I get to work with her here. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. I think a lot of people, of course, know what happened, but just in case they missed it, what exactly is the play-by-play for why Chris Harrison is leaving The Bachelor?
Okay, so this is a long story. I'm going to try to break it down quickly. So back during the last season of The Bachelor, which was the first ever to feature a black lead with Matt James, the eventual winner, spoiler alert, her name is Rachel Kirkconnell. She had former photos emerge from her past that pictured her at a plantation antebellum themed party. Well, Chris Harrison, he did an interview with Rachel Lindsay, the former Bachelorette, on Extra. And during that interview, he went to great lengths to defend this contestant, Rachel, and his comments were widely criticized. They were deemed racially insensitive. He made an apology. He ultimately said that he was stepping aside for a period of time. And this was back in February. So fast forward many months, Adrienne, and now here he is, out of a job. He has stepped aside from the Bachelor franchise. This news just in today. And as you said, it's a big deal because he was part of this franchise for nearly 20 years. He's been the only and original host who launched the show way back when in 2002.
I mean, you just think about how young you were when you actually started watching The Bachelor. And it would appear that he wanted to stay. Is that correct?
That is correct. So what I heard from my sources, I do cover this franchise extensively, is that Chris Harrison did want to stay. He wanted to keep his job. He's very passionate about Bachelor Nation. For those who don't watch, it seems silly and frivolous, but this is the biggest reality franchise on ABC, one of the longest running shows of all time. It's a huge lucrative moneymaker. So this is a big deal, and he, of course, wanted to stay. Well, what happened is over the past few days, I have learned that things really escalated. His lawyer was outraged, that is the word that I was told, by the dragging along process. They felt like Chris has been the face of the show. Part of his job as being the face of the show is that he has to defend controversial contestants during interviews to kind of uphold the franchise. And this is a franchise that has been plagued by a lot of criticism for its lack of diversity. And I hear that those close to Chris Harrison feel like this isn't his fault and like the network and studio should have stood behind him in a more public way. So these negotiations behind the scenes really escalated truly just in the matter of a few days. And now, of course, he is being paid out to step away.
Well, there's so much to talk about, Elizabeth. I wish we could talk to you for another 5 minutes because, I mean, Matt and Rachel ended up getting back together, according to the latest media reports. There's just all of this stuff. But really quickly, what is Chris Harrison expected to do next? What's his next chapter?
You know, I think it really is too soon to say because this truly came together so quickly. I do think, though, that Chris Harrison does have many fans, and there are a lot of people that are very upset to see him go. They feel like this is a product of cancel culture, that he didn't deserve to leave. Then on the other side, there's people who are outraged and wouldn't watch if he didn't leave. So I think he does have fans, and I do think that he will work again. In what capacity, whether that's on TV, in a book, maybe some products, who knows? But he's had a good job for many years. So, you know, I think he's okay.
All right. He might have some connections, and I know you'll cover his next chapter with Variety. Thank you, Elizabeth. Good to see you.
So good to see you.